Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be Balkanizing the world, which is just when countries get broken up into smaller countries, and that's going to be happening everywhere. We'll start up here in North America. So, this little peninsula of Canada where everyone lives, that's going to be made independent. Then Nova Scotia, I'm pretty sure this is Nova Scotia, is going to be independent, as well as this thing. And then this kind of Quebec region, and then North Quebec. Newfoundland's independent. Now Labrador will be. Then I guess it's Ontario. No, I could do Saskatchewan, Alberta, and the other one in British Columbia, but that'd be boring. So there's gonna be North Cascadia as well as South Cascadia, and then there's just gonna be a union between these guys. And then kind of a Nunavut slash Baffin Bay country, which will probably include all these islands. This will just be the Yukon. Alaska's southeastern and southwestern coasts will be made into countries, as well as just the rest of it will be one. Then in America will be New England, sort of a New York City empire here. Well, not really an empire, but it's bigger than New York City. Then this just general northeast section, sort of Maryland. Then maybe a Great Lakes Union. This sort of Carolina region, Florida, Texas, which will get its old land back over here, roughly. California, corn places. Oops. Sort of a big Louisiana. And then I don't really know what you would call this, but we'll split it in two. And then Hawaii, obviously, will be independent. Mexico, obviously, Baja California, Chihuahua. I don't really know any other Mexican states, so we're just going to say this one, kind of by the Rio Grande. I don't even know how you pronounce this river. Something like that. This western coast, the Mexico City area, this thing, the Yucatan Peninsula, and what's left. Now, when we're getting to smaller countries, obviously they're not going to be getting broken up into this many pieces. So Guatemala will probably split in three, like that. Belize will just be down the middle. El Salvador just gets a mini El Salvador. Honduras gets this sort of peninsula. It's very slightly a peninsula. And then this Nicaragua will have this thing, triangle, in the west broken off. Costa Rica down the middle. Panama will be split at the canal. We're also going to see the Darien Gap be a country. I don't know how that would function, but sure. And then this peninsula is also independent. Hispaniola is already cut down by a horizontal line, or a vertical line, so might as well put in a horizontal. So now that's 4 countries. Cuba, we'll do the head kind of here, this thin part and this main part. Jamaica, I guess, will just be in half. Puerto Rico's independent. For all these islands, just use your imagination. I'm sure Bahamas would be split up like this or something, but I'm not going to do that for every island. Colombia's northern thing will be independent. Kind of looks like a Santa hat. As well as their southern thing. Kind of looks like an upside down Santa hat. And then the rest will probably just be split into maybe 3. Like this. Venezuela's peninsula will be one. This, or panhandle, and then this peninsula, or I guess this would still be a panhandle, is independent. This chunk up here, and then it'll just make most of this one big country. I'm not sure what this is in Guyana, but I guess we'll follow it. And then cut it in half. French Guiana is independent. And then Suriname, we'll just do it like that. French Guiana like that. Ecuador, the southern part is independent. And then this thing. Peru also is kind of going with chopping off panhandles here, but yeah, it'll be like that. See this northern sort of Andes nation will take a lot of mountains, and then the rest of this can just be one. The part of Chile that used to be like Bolivian, that'll be independent. And then Bolivia itself, I'm pretty sure this used to be where Paraguay went to, more or less. I think. It might have been like that. I don't really know that history, but we'll just say that's independent. And then the southern part, and then the rest we'll just chop in two. Paraguay will be put in 3. You can kind of see that. Chile's kind of weird, I guess. We'll just add some lines as we go down. This is probably pretty cold, so it'd have to stay as one nation. The southern tip of Argentina is its own thing, as well as the Falklands. Well, it's part of Britain, but whatever. This peninsula, this sort of Buenos Aires area, because I'm pretty sure it's like right there. That could be wrong, though. This thing, kind of make Uruguay 2, and then the rest would be 1. Uruguay itself will be have this chopped off, and then cut like that. And then Uruguay 3 and 4 are made out of Brazil. Amazon rainforest might as well just be 1. And then we'll have this coast, this peninsula. I know there's a lot of major cities in like this area, so that'll be cut up a little bit more, like with this, and that, and that. So that's all of the Americas done. Obviously now looking very split up. Biggest country is probably the Amazon, maybe California or the Corn Land, or this Canadian thing. Real quickly stopping at Greenland, I mean, I don't think it could really function that well if it got cut up much, so really just the southern tip is going to be independent. And just for fun, we'll add this. Iceland also, we'll just kind of make the inside the volcano land. It's like, what else is there? It's just like ice and volcanoes. It's weird. So, we'll just cut it up like that. In Europe, I feel like this will be more interesting. So Catalonia will be independent, obviously. Then we'll have Basque and Galicia. Portugal will have this and the Lisbon area. And then cut down there. Strait of Gibraltar areas in both Spain and Morocco will be independent. These are 2 different ones, 2 different countries. I guess this eastern coast of Spain, and then the rest will just be cut down like that. These islands are probably 1 country now. This Pyrenees area of France will be its own thing, as well as down here. I mean, I don't know what you'd expect, but Sardinia, or Corsica, Sardinia, Sicily, they're all their own things. Brittany and Normandy are independent. Alsace, Lorraine, I have no idea how you say it. But, then this northern part, sort of this more Swiss Alpine area. This by Belgium, the Paris area, and then the rest of this can be one. Luxembourg's already like too small, so I'll just add 2 pixels. Belgium will be cut with what are they called? It's like Wallonia and Flanders, I think. I'm not sure. Netherlands will just have this and this peninsula cut off. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell what's going to happen with the UK. Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland are just to begin with all their own countries. Then England's going to get like kind of split here, as well as Cornwall being independent. I mean, I'm pretty sure actual Cornwall is only like this, but it's going to take all of this too. Then Ireland will have this part chopped off, as well as this and this. Scotland's probably fine. And Wales. Denmark, I'm sure these islands will be released. I'm pretty sure their capital's like over here. Then for Jutland, it'll be cut down the middle. This part of Germany, I forget what it's called, but like used to be part of Denmark, I think. I'm not sure. It'll be part of this. It'll be independent, I mean. And then Bavaria, this southern square, sort of Saxony, I think. The Rhineland, so I guess there's now 2 here. And then the rest of this, we'll just do it like there. And then we'll see this northern Prussian part, as well as this southern Prussia part. Kaliningrad will be independent. I know there's like this weird little thing here that it's like been passed and forth between a lot of countries in history, so that'll be independent from Lithuania, who are also going to get split in half. Norway will just have its tail cut off, and then like sort of this area a little bit east of Oslo will be independent, as well as this middle section. The Stockholm area will be independent. I'm sure all these islands are their own things. The southern tip is independent. We'll cut it another time right here, and that's probably good. Finland will also get chopped, and then I'm pretty sure this whole thing is the Kola Peninsula or something along those lines. So we're just gonna cut this and this off. There's gonna be a sort of St. Petersburg country. Oh, Estonia is gonna be cut in 2. Latvia will have its peninsula removed, as well as this middle part. Finland, I could see like this, just its coasts being independent. And Switzerland will kind of divide it up between the German, French, and Italian parts, like that. This little thing that was part of Austria-Hungary will be independent, as well as Austria's Panhandle. Czechia, I'm pretty sure Bohemia was like this, right? So I guess you call this Bohemia. But isn't Czechia? I don't know. I think Bohemia was like, whoa, these 2 together. I'm not sure. But anyway, I guess you can't call this Bohemia then, but Czechia will be in 2. Might as well do the same for Slovakia. And then this part that was part of Czechoslovakia is independent. The southern part of Poland, Austria might as well just be cut like that. Hungary will have like Budapest area, and this eastern part by Transylvania. Slovenia is pretty small, so we'll just do that. Croatia, this peninsula will be independent, and then we'll have Dalmatia, and then east and west Croatia. Bosnia and Herzegovina obviously will get split up the kind of the way it is already. Venice will be its own thing, kind of bordering San Marino, sort of a papal PayPal states. They'll be independent. And then the Cash App states will be independent, as well as this. And this kind of like Roman, what are they called? Etruscan area. And that'll be its own thing. Vojvodina will now be independent. This southern peninsula, I always get peninsula and panhandles confused. Peninsulas are surrounded by ocean, but well. Kosovo is going to be fully independent and recognized. Montenegro is just going to be cut like that. Albania, just have that northern part removed. Northern Macedonia will be split into that, and then we'll have this. So now there's Macedonia, Northern Macedonia, and Northern Macedonia. Greece, we'll see like the city-states coming back, so it'll be Sparta. The rest of Peloponnesia will be independent. Then Athens. I kind of don't know the other city-states, so we'll just say that this is what they look like. I'll also just make this independent, because why not? Romania, I mean, obviously, you can kind of tell what's going to happen. We're going to separate Wallachia, Transylvania, and Moldavia. Transylvania will also have its little Hungarian ethnic part taken as its independence. Now Transylvania looks weird, so we're just going to cut it like that. Moldova will be cut like this. I forget what this is called. What's like Transnistria or something. It'll be independent. Probably gave it a little bit more land than it has, but otherwise it would just be a line. This Ukrainian thing, I should probably know the name of, is independent. Bulgaria, it'll just have this northern part and then down the middle. Thrice will be independent. The western chunk of Ukraine will be its own thing. The Kiev part then too. I believe this is like Donbass, so that's Donbass. This southern part that Russia also wants. Crimea, and then the rest will be cut up like that. Belarus, I mean, I don't know how you would do this. I'll just do cut in 3. Seem to be doing that a lot. I'm sure Russia's gonna be fun, but Europe is looking very divided. Like, wow, I didn't even realize how cut up that was. Anyway, Istanbul, we'll make Istanbul independent. Then I'll have this coastern? I just invented a new word. But this coastal area will be released. I think this was a part of Greece at some point. I mean, obviously it was during, Byzantine days, but still. This area where, like, the Ottomans originated will be independent. This southern part of Anatolia will be fine. Might as well make this panhandle independent. Cyprus will have northern Cyprus officially released. Ankara area will be cut up. We'll see Kurdistan. I don't really know what Kurdistan looks like. We'll just say it's that. And then this last little thing will be cut up in 2. Syria, I know like ISIS is like here, so we'll do that. Then like Turkish rebels here. And we'll just cut this up. Lebanon, just in 2. Israel and Palestine. How about, now there's the Jewish state, the Muslim state, and now there's going to be a random Christian state. I don't know why, but sure. Just make it as terrible living here as possible with all those conflicting religions. We'll even add a Hinduism state, and a Buddhism state, and an atheism state. Jordan will just kind of get chopped. It's like made of panhandles. I mean, this is pretty easy to do. Sinai Peninsula will be independent. This sort of Hejaz, that's what it's called, that'll be independent. As well as this coast over here. This area, which is probably just desert, will be independent. This area where, I forget what the capital's called, but I'm pretty sure Mecca's here. So that'll be independent. Yemen, I have no idea what's going on with civil war, but we'll just say, like, with a triangle. Why not? This little thing down here, and then the rest of Saudi Arabia will be cut in the middle. The UAE, I mean, I know there's like 7 emirates, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th. Notice how I didn't say those 2 numbers consecutively. But yeah, I'm sure that's not what the borders look like at all, but might just pretend that they look like that. Qatar, just in half. This northern half will be Qatar. The southern half will be known as Qatar. Oman will be chopped in half. Well, not really in half like that. More in thirds. Iraq. This northern part, I think this is also like Kurd, will be its own thing. This sort of Mesopotamian region will be independent. And then this part will just be cut in half. Not in half. Maybe in half. I'm not sure. Georgia. It's like it's like Abkhazia and South Odessa, I think. I could be getting those completely confused with other things, but maybe I'm not. And so they'll be independent. Then it'll just get cut like this. Armenia will be that. This exclave Azerbaijan is its own thing. As for Azerbaijan itself, the Caspian region will be independent, and then this will be split in half. The Caucasus region of Russia will be its own thing. I guess we could make it 2 things. And then have a northern piece up here. Iran, this peninsula, or panhandle, will be independent, I guess. Then this area around the Iraq border, and then this area on the the Persian Gulf will be independent. This chunk down here, this would probably be a Stan country. Maybe this would too. I'll just cut the rest of it like that. Kazakhstan, it's like more European region, because I think technically the Europe border is like that. So the European part will be cut off like there. I mean, you couldn't really call Kazakhstan European, but we'll just pretend like you could. This thing, Turkmenistan will have this thing cut off, as well as this area. This, and down the middle. Uzbekistan, you can see where the Aral Sea was. How about the Aral Sea is independent? The fish people are very angry that their home was destroyed. And then this part of Uzbekistan, I have no idea what's going on down here, so I'm just going to make as many lines as possible, so that's confusing so that's extremely confusing, more so than it already is, because why not? We all love border gore. Tajikistan, I mean, pretty obviously is cut down like there. Then this chunk of Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan, I know its capital is like right there, so we'll see this northern part. Then the capital region. Whoa. This eastern part, which is like probably part of the steppe, or whatever it's called. This will be cut in the middle. As for Russia, we'll see this like formerly Lithuanian area, and then this thing be independent. See this chunk of northern coast, this island where the Tsar Bomba was dropped, that'll be its own thing. Muscovy, whatever, Kiev and Rus, sure. This thing looks like, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it kind of looks like Tajikistan. This frozen tundra, Siberia, Lake Baikal will kind of get its own surrounding lands. This steppe area will be its own thing, and so will this, as well as this, but this peninsula will be released. Over here, we'll see this be its own thing. chop this like this, and then this panhandle will be its own thing. Sakhalin will be independent, but it's also going to split in two like it was when the Japanese Empire was around, I'm pretty sure. I don't know the names of the Japanese islands except for Hokkaido. You just know Hokkaido, this island, and this island, and this island. They're all their own things. But the big one will chop up a little, release that, the Tokyo area, and then this northern part. We have North Korea and South Korea, but how about we kind of do what we did to Hispaniola, but inverted. Now we have northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast Korea. Manchuria will be independent, as well as Inner Mongolia, just all the Chinese areas that you usually see, mentioned. Xinjiang, I think that's how you say it. Tibet. Make a second Tibet, because why not? Kyrgyzstan, we didn't. No, this is Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, that'll be cut in two. Afghanistan. How about that? I don't know where the Taliban is, but we'll just say it's like this. Obviously, up here we have the, what's this called? Kashmir. I want to say this is Kashmir, but Kashmir might be something else, I'm not sure. But either way, this is obviously a very disputed land, so we're just going to make it its own couple of countries, because that sounds like a great way to solve things. Pakistan will have its coast be released. This area, I know Islamabad is like up there, so that, I'm pretty sure they have another major city like there. Maybe it's there. I'm pretty sure like it's both their like big cities around the Indian coast, or not coast, border. I could be imagining that though. Might as well make Mount Everest its own country. I guess there'll be two Mount Everest countries, because it's like on the border. And then Nepal will be cut. This peninsula is independent. Sort of Indus River Valley. This northern part, pretty sure New Delhi's over here. I think Mumbai's down here, so do that. I watched that Bill Wirtz video. I think this is like the Tamil Kings, so they'll be independent. And Sri Lanka will just get cut like this. And then we'll have this area released. Central part over here. This area. And this thing. This thing, which I think is like the Seventh Sisters, is independent. I didn't even know there was a disputed land border here, but I guess there is. So, might as well follow it. And we'll cut it in half. Bhutan, we'll just do that. Bangladesh also has a lot of panhandles, so we'll cut all those off. I think the Ganges River is like this, so can't really do a Ganges country. But we'll do this, and then that. Rest of China, have Beijing area, this peninsula, over here by like Shanghai. I think Shanghai is like not down there, like here. So we'll see Shanghai nation. This thing, I have no idea what you would call that. Southern coast. I'm not exactly sure where Hong Kong and Macau are, but we'll just say like that. This island is independent. This Gulf of Tonkin coast in Vietnam is independent, as well as this chunk down here. In this area where there's probably a bunch of nothing. This, and then I know most of China is like along the coast, so we'll probably have bigger countries more inland. So we'll just do it like that. Myanmar, we'll cut off this northern chunk. And this, its tail will be released, how about in two countries? This coastal region. Thailand will have this, and this, and this, as well as its tail being independent in two nations. I drew one pixel there. Malaysia, I don't really know. I guess we just do it like that. Lao, we'll cut this off. And then this little guy, this tail. Vietnam, we'll just get kind of cut up, kind of Chile shaped. Cambodia, cut into fourths with a nice little X. Looks a little more like a fancy K. Philippines, once again, kind of just islands, so you can, just groups of islands will be independent. I'll just draw a couple borders here and there. It's Taiwan, I almost call this Thailand, will be cut like that. Mongolia. I mean, what is even in Mongolia? We'll just, sure. Each one of these sections probably has like a grand total of 5 people living in it, but that's fine. Indonesia. I mean, who would have guessed? We'll see. Okay, maybe I'll get these names right for once. Sumatra, Borneo, and Java. I think that's right. They'll all be independent. Cut this one like here. Sumatra. Java will be there. Borneo, we'll just cut up a little bit more, along with this Malaysian part. We'll make another sort of Brunei over here. Why is my keyboard not working? This Star Island, sure. Cut Papua New Guinea. Australia, I guess we just have this peninsula, this thing, this coast, this western chunk, the outback, southern coast, Tasmanian area, Tasmania, and then this coast will be chopped up a little bit. New Zealand's 2 islands will be split into 4. And I think that's essentially the whole world. Oh wait, nope, I forgot all about Africa. Oops. So, Tunisia will be cut into. Algeria will be like this and that. Morocco will be cut up like this. Western Sahara, I'm sure this will be its own thing, like the Mauritanian claims or whatever. Mauritania itself will cut off this random chunk of the desert, because why not? I mean, why did the Europeans even make this? Like, what purpose does this serve? This border, why? This coastal region, and then this. How about we add another Gambia, because you can never have too many. And Senegal will be just chopped like this. Over here it's already kind of a mess, so we'll just add to that. I believe this is Guinea. Cut that up. Sierra Leone too. Liberia can be sort of chopped like this. Ivory Coast will have the Ivory Coast be something, as well as this. Mali, we'll just do like that and that. Yeah, this probably works. Same thing for this guy. Algeria, I mean, this is like all Sahara, so same thing with all of this. And this. Gold Coast, I want to say. That's what this is called, will be its own thing. Then we'll just do this. Burkina Faso. Nigeria, I don't really know how it works down here ethnically, so I'm sure these borders are no better than the original, but that's fine. Cameroon's panhandle will be its own thing, as well as this bump and this chunk. Chad, let's see, we're going to make the hair, the nose, the eye, the pupil, the mouth, beard, a mustache. Yeah, here's Chad. The car, there will be a car. That does not look like that looks like a tank. Sure, just a tank there. Gabon, and Republic of the Congo. Again, I know nothing about the history or culture here, so that probably doesn't make any sense. DRC's panhandles will be cut off, and this northern parts, and then the rest will be cut in like 4 or 5 pieces. That Brunei, no, Burundi and Rwanda, they will be sure. Uganda will have that cut off, and then this around Lake Victoria. We'll also have this around Lake Victoria and this, because why not? Sudan, South Sudan, I know there's like civil wars here too, but I don't know how that goes, so we're just going to cut it like this. It's like a Nile River country, sure. And the coast over here, South Sudan will just be split up in a couple pieces. Egypt and Libya be like that. And this part over here, this thing, and then this, like a really big Habib triangle. Eritrea will just be cut in half. Djibouti, same thing. Ethiopia, I know it's pretty mountainous, so I don't know how these countries would function, but we'll just cut it up like this. Somaliland will be independent. The rest of Somalia will be cut into thirds. Kenya will have this chopped off, and this, and this. Tanzania, well, we'll see the Swahili coast be released from Kenya, Tanzania, and Mozambique. And then this lake area by Lake Malawi. I don't know what this one's called. This is Lake Victoria. This is Lake Malawi. Don't know what this is called. But then we'll see this, this. Angola's exclave will be independent. It's tiny, but sure. We'll also cut off its panhandles like we normally do. And the rest will be just chopped in the middle. Zambia can pretty obviously be cut in half, but we'll also cut into quarters, because why not? Malawi, something, thirds, sure. Mozambique looks very splittable, so we're going to split it like we do with every country, almost every country. Like that. Just add another line there. Madagascar, I will do the tip over here. This bump, the western coast, and then down the middle. Well, across the middle, I guess. The peninsula of Namibia. I'm pretty sure I think the desert's like there, so that's the thing. This coast, and this thing. Botswana will just cut into a few pieces normally. Zimbabwe, have like this. There's like almost a bunch of countries meeting here, so why don't we just add to that? So, yeah. Sure, this is great borders. I'm sure these 5 pixels are gonna do great as a country. And then for the rest of Zimbabwe, just like this. South Africa already has these 2 little bubbles, so might as well just add more. Just make it Swiss cheese. And then for the rest, we'll just like that. And now I think that's the world. Obviously, I'm not doing Antarctica. Sure, this is a country. But yes, that is going to be it. The world is looking not great. It's going to not be fun to live here. But that's too bad for them. So yeah, that's it for this video.